This is Evance. Welcome again to Leadership 101. Today we want to talk about the leadership repositioning. How to reposition yourself in an organization. You know, things happen in an organization. You find yourself in a new position. Things happen, changes happen in the organization, and you have to reposition yourself in a point that you are able to lead properly. If you don't have the skills of repositioning yourself, then you have got a problem leading. Sometimes also we have a reason to believe that things are not working well. Our leadership style is not that proper, and therefore realize that you are not having productivity. You are not giving out results. When you realize this, then there is a problem. Then you need to reposition yourself. Now, what are the things that you do to ensure that you reposition yourself, to ensure that you're back into action? You're able to bring people together into achieving the goals that have been put in place. How do you ensure that you have people focus in achieving the goals or set or lay down objectives? So it requires you to reposition yourself. Repositioning means you are bringing yourself into a place that you have not been. You are in a leadership, you have been doing well, but currently you are not really doing well. There are no good results. So complaints are there. You personally are not contented with how things are going. Many people are not listening to you. Decisions making is becoming a problem, and so many things are happening in a way that you wonder what's going on. Then it's important to reposition yourself. And I want you to take these points. There are so many things you can do to reposition yourself in this leadership position. But now I want to give you 4 leadership positions or activities that you can do. One of them is that you keep learning. You need to keep learning. What does that mean? You see, sometimes you may not have mastered the changes that are going on in a way that is required to make you become a good leader, or to become a good CEO, or to be a supervisor or a team leader or something. You've not just mastered some art. Therefore, you need to learn. How do you learn? You read books. You also learning from peers and such kind of things. So it will be important that you keep learning, understanding on how things run, understanding the people you have. So as a leader, you must keep learning. Read things to do with business or something. Read things to do with stress. Read things to do with leadership skills and such kind of things. How to make people believe in you. You read things to do that will make people know on how to believe in you. So such kind of things. Just keep learning, reading from the people who have made it, the people who have failed. What did they do when such kind of activities took place? So you're reading from their peers, you're reading from books, you are doing a lot of practicing, and as you do this, you'll be learning from people. So another thing is that, you have to accept your new role. This second thing that, is very important. Many people do not accept that they have a new role, because today you are a CEO. You have been appointed to be a CEO, and you still want to do activities of your juniors down there, and it's confusing. Just maybe because you realize maybe the job and the activities you had before are comfortable, and you are able to do them freely or something like that. And today you are a CEO and you still do the same things. You need to learn. You need to accept that you're no longer that junior. You're no longer just a banker, or you're no longer just a supervisor or a clerk. You are a CEO, or you are a team leader. That leadership position, you must accept that one is your new role, and therefore you need to stick yourself to that particular role. What does your role requires you to do? What does your position requires you to do as a leader or as a CEO? What are your roles? You need to spare your energy, use a lot of energy doing something that can be done by others. You must learn that you are going to, delegate some duties to other people to do, so that you also do some other things. As a CEO or a leader, or a head of a corporate or something, there are things you need to do, making decisions. Strategic meetings. You need to have bringing out the visions of the organization or your corporate or something. So if you still believe in doing things that you are comfortable doing before, you are forgetting on your new role, then you are going to fail, again, because you're going to fight to be doing something that somebody else should be doing. So what does this mean? I mean, you are going to have two people doing the same thing, and there's something that is going to miss that nobody's going to be doing. So when you're doing what a banker should be doing, when you are a CEO, then it means the activities of the CEO, nobody's going to do that. Therefore, it's important that you accept, just accept that today you're no longer a banker, you're no longer that supervisor, you're no longer just a clerk or a secretary. You have moved to a different role, and that you are a leader, you are, a CEO, you are, a team leader, something like that. So if you accept that role, then you start to build yourself to that particular role, doing what is important, what is required of you, that particular role. The third point that you have to make, and this is also very important, be adaptable. Leaders who have made it in life or in their positions or where they are leading is because they have always shown adaptability, being flexible. Not every person can be led the same way. Not the way you lead 5 people is not the same way you're going to lead 100 people, and not everybody will be motivated. Not every person will like the same leadership style, and therefore you must be an adaptable person. Know how to relate, know how to change things, know how to change leadership styles. You cannot also lead with the same leadership style, but issue to do with leadership style, I will be coming on that later on. But as a leader, you must be adaptable. Know the people, these are different people like the ones I had. These people are thinking differently from the people that I had before. I had 5 people, now I have 100 people. No, I have to do something different. So you need to have that adaptability to ensure that you be at par in your leadership. Another thing that you need to do is that you need to think quickly. As a leader, you need to think very quickly. Some people are afraid to think. You're in a leadership position, but you're afraid of making a decision, and because you do not know whether you are going to make a mistake. Why should somebody even think of that? In your leadership position, you must be thinking. Think very fast. By the time you are taking too much time to think or make a decision, it is also possible that you will be losing out in very important opportunities. So you need to think, and think quickly in making decisions and all that. You should be very happy that you will make a decision, even if it doesn't go the way you thought. At least you have been learning, and if things go well, things will be done. So learn to do things quickly. Learn to think quickly, thinking very fast and making decisions. You should not be afraid to think. You should not be afraid to make a decision. Don't think that whether you're going to make a wrong decision or the right decision. If you have been learning, you have been telling yourself, then the decision is going to be right. Another thing is that you need to find support. Find support in everything that you do. Some people have been there at your position. Some have failed. Some have succeeded. So you need support. You need support from them. Learn from them. Invite them. Approach the people. Ask them advices on how they have always overcome. Ask them to help you out on your leadership style. If there are challenges you're facing, ask the people who have been there so that they can help you carry on in a good way. So that in your leadership, you should not have so much disappointments. You need to have successes. People want to have success in the leadership. People want to have results. So if you have a problem, please find support. Just find people who have done it, your mentor somewhere, to help you out. People who have been there, who have leadership style the same as yours, or the people who have been trained, or people who are trainers, to give you some ideas on what to do to overcome the challenges that you may have been facing. So apply this, and you shall come back to the normal position. You shall have repositioned yourself, you shall re-energize yourself, and you shall be leading well. So when you are going to practice this, and I believe and hope that you're going to practice this, so that as you move on, you become a better person, a better leader who is loved, who is having results, and bring your company or your organization to another level of leadership and success. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching today, and I believe it has been useful to you and has made sense to you, and you're going to make a practice to be a better person. And as you also wait and to watch more videos as they're coming up to understand about leadership styles, what are the leadership styles, and also I'm going to talk about the 6 levels of leadership. No, so you can't miss. And our next topic that we're going to do so more recently is about the 5 levels. I mean, not 5, but 6 levels of leadership, and you cannot miss to watch this. The 5 levels of leadership. Welcome, and nice to see you.